SpongeBob is probably the most commercialized character to ever exist. And rightfully so. At his purest form, he's an exuberant, optimistic, kind little smartass sponge. He's pretty much the perfect mascot for cartoons in general. So today I want to look back at some of the little yellow guy's commercials, bumpers, and game trailers. And dear lord, did he have a lot of them. I guess I gotta start with the commercial I remember the most.
Mr. Krabs, Plankton. Everyone knows they're bitter enemies. But there's something no one knew until now.
There was a time when Plankton and I were best friends.
Tonight,
The teaser for Friend or Foe, the Plankton vs. Krabs origin story, was massive to me as a kid. I remember being so fired up for this one, only to be put to bed exactly at 8 o'clock when it started, because of course, it was a school night. As a kid, I was never allowed to use the DVR, so for years, I never saw Friend or Foe. I don't remember getting reruns too often either, like what a shame. Because, honestly, they built this shit up like it was WrestleMania or something. And how about Atlantis Squarepantis? This episode got played to death on TV. So much so that I actually forgot it was a special at one point. But I'm not here to talk about the episode. Believe it or not, this is actually the first video game I ever personally owned as a kid that was not a hand-me-down. I love this game, I remember the tank level so fondly, but getting back to it, this game just kinda sucks. I just love SpongeBob. But shout out to the Burger King toys for this special. I remember the little tablets they held could be drawn on. And hey, if you think there's something I'm missing here, let me know in the comments below. What's your favorite SpongeBob commercial? I read all of my replies. I remember Burger King just dog walking McDonald's in my youth in terms of sweet ass toys for the longest time. The Revenge of the Sith toys ruled. The SpongeBob movie merch was no different. I vividly remember getting the swimming Patrick figure with the life preserver and keeping it at my grandma's place. They used to make such an effort back then with the movie tie-in stuff. Who Bob Wet Pants was a pretty memorable gimmick episode from my childhood. I only really remember it being rerun way later after the premiere, but the episode was cool, I guess. I just have that last little song from the commercial and that graphic burned into my memory for this one. I guess I was raised by my television a little too much. That creepy ass slime song from 2009 was also an earworm for me. I think I remember the iCarly one a little bit better though. And how about the ultimate pump fake cock tease of a game trailer? Creature from the Krusty Krab was such an icky ass game for me as a kid. I remember getting it secondhand and almost never wanting to play it. The trailer hyped up the cinematic Plankton battle so well. It leads you to believe that the whole game is going to be fun and interesting and cool, but then you boot the fucking thing up and get this scary ass thing here, and then a boring ass Patrick level that goes on forever. I genuinely never even made it to the Plankton level. It's a cute concept for a game with the dream thing. It's kind of like the dream episode with Gary and shit, but they didn't need to lie and act like the whole game was the Plankton thing. The marketing was so fucking misleading. Now I know I brought up Burger King a few times, but I feel I can't not mention the iconic Sir Mix-a-Lot commercial. I'm pretty sure this one got banned, if I remember correctly, but I saw it on TV a few times as a kid, and I enjoyed it. It's still a very odd concept to me as an adult, but I can't knock the guy for getting paid, even if I had to look at square asses. We got more hip-hop influences here for SpongeBob as we get to the very memorable milkshake commercial, and I genuinely cannot remember a thing that happened in this episode.
Great.
It's just one of the last ones I watched as it premiered. I was getting a little old, and decade-old pop songs weren't gonna sway me to watch Nickelodeon anymore. With that being said though, I don't ever want to see anything being shot out of SpongeBob like that ever again. And before I go, I gotta get to the Rip Pants. This thing was a staple of my childhood in my grandma's house. I literally kept the box for the toy for years, something I never did. I loved this thing. But as far as I'm aware, it's been donated. But man, I just saw this guy so many times over the years, and I just want to say I love SpongeBob. I appreciate y'all for watching. I'll catch you later.